Alright, let me start this episode by asking you this. Like, on a scale of 1 to 10, how confident are you right now?
I don't know, below 5, I guess.
If you take a lie detector test right now, do you think you can trick that lie detector test?
It depends on the question, of course, right?
Yes, of course. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Invisible Voice. I'm Tasrif. I'm the host of this podcast. I have with me Sadman, my co-host. How's your
Hello,
day going,
everyone. This is
Sadman?
Sadman. Day going pretty good, I guess. Can't complain. Everything just fine. Or whatever you.
Nothing special. It was normal. I think nothing special happened. But to be
Yes,
honest, I don't care. Like, let's
but
talk
right
about.
now, don't you think things being normal is excellent actually? Because
Of course.
in
Like
this
in this
pandemic
pandemic
situation, we are
situation, of course.
having actually a normal life. Every member of our family is healthy. We are having meals 3 times a day, and like we're having such a great time, I wouldn't say, but like we're having a good time, right?
Yes, yes.
Everything seems fine, going fine till now, so that's a big blessing for
Of
us.
course. Let's get straight into today's topic, which is gun control. Right. So I noticed a gun attack in US. It happened 2 weeks ago in
Yeah,
USA,
yeah, just
and I
that
think
that's what.
10
Yeah, yeah,
or
please
20
continue.
people died. Right.
Right.
So let
So yeah,
me
please continue.
start this by saying some statistics. So in America, 36,000 Americans are killed by guns each year, an average of 100 per day. In 2017, gun deaths reached their highest level in at least 40 years, with 39,773 deaths that year alone.
Oh, so like this death including homicide, like gun suicide, everything,
Everything.
every aspect, yeah, collected,
And
or like
from
just homicide, or like just gun suicide.
No, like
What's that?
everything. So
Every static.
from
Okay.
2014 to 2017, gun death increased by 16% from 2014 to 2017, which is, I think, very concerning.
Yeah,
So
that's very alarming.
in the USA, there is a gun control law. This law basically means that everyone can have a gun if he or she has like a background check and clean criminal record. Alright, so many of them have guns, they use it for their protection, but some take it as an advantage. So they take these guns and make suicidal attempt with these guns and they murder people.
Yes, that creates some kind of chaos in society,
I
right?
think it is actually bad when you think about gun control this way, like people are dying from this law. But do you think guns should be banned for public use?
Guns, guns couldn't be banned from public use because there are like safety issues, right?
Yes,
There might be some kind of robbery, or there might be some kind of burglary. At that kind of at that type of situation, you need some firearms to protect yourself, right? That's the reason to have a gun with you, or a firearm with you. It might be a pistol, it might be a assault rifle, it might be a shotgun, but the main concern here is to protect yourself. But as you said, that some are using it as their advantage, not I would say advantage, but some kind of, they are using those firearms to create some chaos in society, or like to take some revenge, personal, very personal, causing for to create some trouble to others for very personal reasons. They are using these firearms. This type of thing is very alarming, I would say.
many people think that gun laws should be banned completely because, like, as I said, like 36,000 Americans are killed each year. Like 36,000. That number is pretty absurd. Like,
Yes,
don't you think that?
I guess that's the highest.
Yes, like
As
that's a
I did some
lot of
research,
people just
that's a
in
lot
one
of
year.
people, exactly.
So, like, Some say that this should be banned and others say that this shouldn't be banned, which I think is there's a point that guns should not be banned from public, because when you, as you said, like if there is a robbery and like when you need to protect yourself, for your self defense you need some type of firearm or something, right?
Exactly.
So that's why people need guns. I get that point, but all I'm trying to say that like some people are using this for bad things and this should be stopped, right?
Yes, this should be stopped. This gun in public or like to a person should be like controlled. This thing should be controlled by the government or the like the local government. But you can't just ban gun or firearms from going to public or like to have
Yes,
because the main concern here is to like to protect yourself. You can just ban gun, and that time the question will rise that doesn't government care about public public or like personal level security. It's not possible for the government to check in or like to keep under surveillance every home or every person that lives in a state or a country or like a just a single area. It's not possible for government
but there is
to
police, right?
single-handedly.
There is
There is
police.
police,
If
exactly.
you call 911, police straight comes to you as soon as possible and they protect you. Then like why do you think that you need a gun?
The I can't say that because another point rises here. If you just amend a law like or create a law and implement it about banning gun, but that doesn't necessarily mean people won't have gun because there is always black market or other ways of having things, right? Everything you can get on a black market. That's the main concern here. What will happen, the bad guys or the robbers or the burglars would have like heaven in their hand. They would have the firearms smuggled from the black market and they would just randomly threaten normal or regular citizen. That might happen. That's why concerning this thing, I guess government couldn't or wouldn't or shouldn't ban using firearms or license licensing firearms to the normal citizens. I guess that's the concern of the government here. What do you think?
Like talking about like illegal ways to get a gun, I found that a New York Times reporter, he like tried to get a gun legally. So he bought a Glock 19 handgun kits with all parts and he reassembled it in his garage and he made one, and this is
That's
completely
a
legal. like
pretty excellent idea, I would say.
like you can buy parts of guns and then you can reassemble it, so like you can make a gun. So if you want to get a gun without license you have to buy gun kits from online and then you can reassemble it in your
Oh, so
home.
that journalist didn't had any
License, he didn't
license.
had any license at
Okay,
all.
okay. So
So
in
what he
that sense,
did,
his firearm is illegal, right?
no, no, that is legal because there is a law that you cannot buy complete gun without license, but you can
That's
buy
interesting.
gun parts without license. Like, does
That's
it
pretty
make sense?
interesting.
So,
No, it doesn't actually. Why
but
why would this shouldn't happen, right?
that is the law. And what is more serious fact is that when you assemble that gun, that doesn't have any serial number. So without any serial number, the police
That's
or like
untraceable.
every FBI agent cannot trace that gun. So like,
Yeah, sure.
so this is completely legal. You the police cannot charge you for this because you are buying a gun kit and reassemble it. So they cannot charge it and they can even trace that either. So most
That's a
people,
pretty clean way to do a crime or a
yes.
gun related crime. Oh,
So
that's interesting.
so that is the thing that the US laws should be removed.
Amended. I like this is I think this is the fluke in the system. So what you just did here, you just gave some pretty interesting information, which is actually in an international language. So anyone from the any corner of the world, if he or she is hearing this, they are and didn't know this, now they know. So
Yes. So
what
now
you
there are
did,
gonna be more
just my
criminals,
friend,
right?
I don't know. That's up to them. But we just shared them a very interesting
Bro, like,
piece of
if you
information.
think this carefully, like, it is very easy to do this. Like, you just buy it from online, like a toy, and then just reassemble it and make it a real gun, and you can
How
kill
could there be
people
a
with this.
such a big fluke in the system and the government hasn't noticed it yet, or the
Yes,
federal agencies hasn't noticed it? That's pretty absurd, I would say. That's pretty absurd because such a big fluke. This is such a big fluke in the system, right?
yes. So I also found that very interesting, because why would there be like such laws? You can resemble a gun and make it real, but they are, I don't know what they're doing. Like, I hope they will fix that, because if they don't fix that, like, many people can get as much firearms as they want. Like, no one can restrict you from doing this.
Yes, I think when law was made, that time there wasn't such availability of internet or like parts of guns, I guess. But right now, right at this moment, there is availability of much internet sites or dark web. You can get anything,
Yes,
literally anything
like
from dark web.
you can get a complete gun, or like I can say AK-47 from dark web, right?
Yeah,
But
exactly.
then you
Buying
will
simple
be,
parts and just can arrange them like Lego. That would be
yes.
pretty fun way to kill someone.
So if you
Okay,
buy
good.
that from dark web, then you are guilty. Like, you don't have a license and you didn't buy that from any authorized dealer, so you are guilty. Right. But if you buy that from an online shop, the gun parts, like, this is completely legal. Like, how's that even possible?
I don't know. That's a pretty big fluke. US government should notice it.
Yes, so that's why people are getting as much firearms as they want, and some of them are using this for their self-defense, and others using it for
Using just
bad
to
things.
create some chaos.
Yes,
The
and
interesting thing or a fact, have you noticed it not or not? The like youngest person to commit a gun violence is 6-year-old children. He's a
like
6-year-old child who shot another 6-year-old child in the year 2000.
like
Yes,
just
the
think
Wikipedia
about this,
says
bro.
that.
Like, I don't know what
Exactly.
to say at this point. Like,
February 29, 2000. 6-year-old Dedrick Owens fatally shot 6-year-old classmate Kayla Rowland. To date, Owens is the youngest documented school shooter. The next one
I
is a
don't know what to say.
13-year-old student.
So what I think that
Okay.
needs to be changed is like this thing that you can buy gun parts, that should be banned completely. And I think there is nothing wrong with having a gun for your self defense, right? Like, when you're
Yeah,
sleeping at night at 3 in the morning and someone just cracked the door of your house and
exactly.
points a gun at
Burst
you,
into
then you can call 911, right? Then you need something to
protect yourself
protect
at
yourself
instant. Right.
at instant rate,
Right. Right.
yes.
Exactly.
So then you need a firearms, but I think that instead of bullets, we think we should use rubber bullets. Like,
When you're fired, they're gonna, of course, fire's gonna not fire back rubber bullets at you. So that's the point here.
not rubber bullet necessarily, but all I am trying to say is that, like, there will be some bullets that will not kill someone, but it will give them so
Tranquilizer
much
sounds
pain.
good. Tranquilizer sounds pretty good.
Yes, yes. So,
But that also takes some time to react with your blood. In this such short span of time, you could get shot. If you're like,
like,
if that person holds the trigger and somehow it manages to pushes the trigger, you could get injured anywhere. Or you could just miss it. That's a very 50-50 chance.
but
So
if
this is
there
the like real
if
thing here.
researchers can create some type of bullets that is like, when you shot it to someone, instantly they will be paralyzed for 30 minutes, but they won't die, right?
There are
So
teaser guns.
yes,
There
teaser guns. Teaser guns is a good point. So let's first say we have teaser guns. So now, if we use teaser guns, then they will be able to move like in 40-50 seconds. So
Yes.
I think teaser gun works, but it doesn't work permanently. It's not a permanent solution. So what researchers can do is that they can try to make a bullet that's gonna paralyze someone instantly for 30 minutes. Then we can call 911, whatever we want, right? So the benefit of this will be that some people with negative thoughts, they will not be able to commit any murder, right? Like they cannot do any mass shootings anymore. Like, what do you think?
What you say it is right, but the thing here is, if someone like barges at your home at 3 in the morning, in your home at 3 in the morning, then you have, just as per se, you have a firearm, but you can just shoot it or act instantly because you don't have that much of training. But the person who barged into your home with a fire gun, of course, had that pretty, like at least that amount of training, and he's like aware, that much aware, his brain is that much awake. So his actions or his reflex will be so much faster than yours. So this is the thing here. Having a fire gun also not gonna protect you if your reflex is not
Yes, so
that
then
fast,
what
or
is the permanent solution?
there is no such permanent solution, like, except like just reducing the crime rate. Like, it's
Yes, I saw.
the gun violence is not only the crime. There is various levels of crime, including everything, like firearms and everything. So things should be uprooted from the very, what they just said, like root, from the very root it should be cleaned. But this is not possible for any government to clean the society or clean the country from the very root. People themselves should be aware actually of these things, and
Bro, like,
crime
let's be
is a
honest,
part.
like there will be some percentage of people that they will not be good, right? They always want to kill
Yes, of
people.
course,
They
because
find,
there, crime or criminal activity is an element of society. It will
yes.
always be there. It will always be
So
there.
we
It is
can
a
try to at least down it, I think.
exactly.
So
We
if the, so like what I am saying is that we, if we ban like buying gun parts and make it legal for every citizen to have a gun, then people will have a, every people will have gun and nobody will try to buy illegally. All right, so every gun will have a serial number so that police will be able to trace them. And instead of bullets, I think they should give us like rubber bullets, or like the bullets, that chemical bullets, I should say, that I was talking about earlier, that paralyzes you. So like when a normal stranger thinks that they will commit a crime, they won't be able to, he or she won't be able to kill someone. So the gun suicide will be very low. Like
that's not
you
a
won't
permanent
find a
solution, I would say.
bullet.
Because just see, the real picture here is like, if you want to commit a crime, you are that much determined, you would manage a firearm anyway. That's not the thing. If you are determined to commit a crime, or you are determined to kill someone, you would manage a firearm anyway. That's not gonna matter anyways. And as a personal safety, we was talking about that every person doesn't need that much of security, right? You and I don't need a firearm to protect ourselves, because no one gonna come at us holding a gun at hand, of course, right?
Yes.
Who needs that kind of security? Like big merchants, like VVIP persons, or like this kind of persons, they need that much of security. Or like, there are some persons or various kind of persons, they need that amount of security. So they also gonna manage some security for themselves, and also they gonna manage a firearm themselves. That's not gonna matter anyway, so firearms
But
will
what I'm
always be
saying
there.
is that there is like a 0.1 or 1% chance that somebody might come to us holding at a gun. Then what you do? Like there is
Then you
like
would just
one
surrender,
percent
man.
chance. Like you die, just like
Of
we cannot
course, I
eliminate
would
this.
try my best to keep myself calm and just surrender. What else can I do?
Let's
Oh, to
say
fight a firearm?
let's
What do you
say
say?
you have let's say you meet a criminal, right? So he pulls up at your home at like 3 in the morning and he has a gun. Like if you have a gun, then you will be able to protect yourself, like
Not
just by
necessarily.
hiding or something. Like you
Not
will be,
necessarily.
but you can have at least effort. Like you can try, but if you don't
I
have any
can make
guns,
a effort, of
you
course,
won't be
but
able to
that
try.
will, of course, I can make a effort, but that will push me one step more towards death, don't you think?
Yes.
That whole the person who came into my home or barged into my home knocking my window at 3 in the morning, if he sees me holding a gun at him, that's really of course gonna piss him off. So that's a more step closer to death. I think at this type of situation you should better surrender yourself and let them rob whatever they could have, then just go away, dude. I want to have my
Bro,
life.
like
That's
life is
what it
important to
matters.
me. I want to
Exactly,
protect
life
myself.
is important.
So,
If you live, you can do many things. If you die, then just you dead too. You just
bro, you
your
just can say
things
that
to.
you just die. You have to try at least.
I will try. I will try to talk him down. Like somehow I will try. But firearm, holding a firearm at his direction is not gonna help unless I have that amount of training, or like if that amount of, like, what to say, reflex and all. That is something different ish thing. That's not for like some random citizen or like random person holding a fire gun gonna shake us. I would say if we just hold a real firearm without some ammo or bullets, that's gonna shake our hands.
Like, we don't have a bullet, real bullet. So, like, what you are afraid of?
Who knows, man? Firearms are scary, I guess.
Like
Those are
then
used to
this
kill people.
then this gun will not be an actual gun if it doesn't have any bullets, right? So I'm talking about this. I'm trying to make this point, like there will be guns to everyone, and but nobody will have any bullets, right? So it won't be a firearm anymore. It's like a self-protecting device that helps you to self-defense. Like it's just a upgraded version of a teaser gun. Like, do you get what I'm saying?
That's just some fantasy, I guess.
No, like this could be happen.
List,
This could happen.
of course, some firearm free world. I guess we will see in like 50 years when there will be no like this uh, old age firearms or AK-47 or some machine gun. There will be upgrade in firearms. There will be laser beams. There will be some activated blast something. What we play in today's video games is our future, I guess. There will not be much like conventional firearms. Time will come when this world will be firearmless, then everything will be controlled by artificial intelligence. There will be robots
All
everywhere.
right. So let's pause for a moment and let's talk. Let's do some maths. So you said like in 50 years we won't have this problem anymore, and everything
No,
will
no,
be.
problems will be there. Problems will be there, but
But
in a
still,
different way.
like let's say there will be no problem, like very low amount of problem, low percentage of problem, right? So like,
Okay,
but
let's
we
consider
have to
this.
survive for 50 years, right? So in these
Yes,
50 years, like every year, if everywhere 37,000 people dies, then in 50 years 1.75 million deaths will be there.
in
Like
US,
in us
only.
alone, in us
Yeah.
alone. Like
Yes.
just forget about the world. Just
Yes.
talk about in US. Like who's then responsible for it? But there is, I'm making the point. Like if we make everything, if we change the bullets and turn it into a like rubber bullets or like the chemical bullets that I'm saying, then there won't be 1.75 million deaths. Like, are you getting what I'm saying?
I'm getting, but I don't think
Like
it's going to work. What do
I'm
you
not
think?
saying that this is a permanent solution, but I'm saying that it is a temporary solution. It is an effort to stop this death that we are watching
The
like every month or every two
the
months.
first thing should be done is should US government should amend the gun act law, like gun or firearm act. They should amend it. At this should be the very first step,
Like then
because there
nobody have a gun anymore. That's what you're
Nobody
saying.
like there should be like a very there should be very much restriction, there should be clear background check, there should be like search and all to find illegal weapons. This should be done, effort should be made by the government. You are me talking here not gonna solve this problem. This will be some just some kids fantasy, but the government should take some initiative. Yes, we are talking about a serious issue here,
Bro,
of
like
course.
let's assume, like, which is, I think I'm sure that there is no percentage, but let's say Trump is listening to our podcast.
Yeah, I hope so.
Like, then what? Then he will just
Then
change the laws. Like, then it will
it
not be a fantasy anymore.
so if Trump is happens to
Listening.
listening or someone from White House, so dude, we are here sitting here like 1,000 miles away from your country, sitting here we are concerned about your country. So sitting in the White House or Pentagon, shouldn't you be more concerned than us about 36,000 deaths in your country per year? So that's the question I want to point at him. They should think about it, right?
Yes.
We seem to be more concerned than them.
But
That's some pretty
let's
funny.
just, but like, this is the thing, like, they won't get shoot, like, they don't have any chance of get murdered.
There,
They have security
there's no guarantee.
officers.
There is Abraham Lincoln. There is John F. Kennedy. There,
Bro, like,
there are like there are witness, or there are such event happen. Gunshot at the head. President of the United States got shot openly. So there's no such guarantee. We shouldn't talk about this, right?
I
We
guess.
don't know if the FBI is listening us or not, so we shouldn't be talking about this.
All right, all right. Let's just change this topic. And at first I said, if you, if you'd be able to trick a lie detector. All right. So this is also a concerning thing for someone who has a lot of information that
I don't think
he
actually
likes
there
to
is a thing
put.
called lie detector. I We saw every now
Bro,
and then
like,
in
the lie
movies.
detector thing is real. Like, just search lie
What?
detector. You can see hundreds and thousands
Seriously?
of lie detector tests. Just search lie detector test.
Lie detector test. I think there is there the
Bro,
rising
like
blood
Kevin
pressure or
Hart. Do you know
impulse.
Kevin Hart?
Yes,
He
Kevin Hart.
also got
The
a lie
funny
detector
little dude.
test.
What?
Yes,
Now
that
I
thing
have
is,
to see
that
it.
thing is real, and the fact shows that it is 95% real. And it
Oh
doesn't
yes,
matter if
Kevin
you
Hart.
don't get, if you get nervous. If you get nervous, it doesn't matter. It won't affect the result.
So
Like,
like it's gonna detect it anyway.
yes, if you are telling the truth, it will tell, and if you are telling a lie, it will also tell.
But I saw in some movie that they put some lie detector on, but
Bro, like,
what
we
do
are
they say?
not
This
talking
face
about
sensor?
movies here.
No, just listen. I think this theory might work. They just put those sensor on this dude's hand. What happens is when you lie, of course, there will be some impulses or some very slight changes in your blood pressure or whatever happens. But what actually they represent is if you hurt yourself somehow, then there will be a sensation, right? There
Yes.
at that at that point, this thing gonna trick the lie detector. Lie detector gonna detect that impulse or that sense. It's gonna trick the lie detector. I think this is a pretty cool trick that can
So,
deceive
like,
the lie detector.
the lie detector thing is real. Like, that's out there. You can watch hundreds of
Oh
thousands of
yes,
videos. Like,
many.
that's
Yes.
real. That's this is,
Vanity Fair. This.
yes, Vanity Fair did that to, like, most of the celebrities. Like,
Yes. Red and Link,
if
David
you,
Dobrik.
yes,
Oh shit.
David Dobrik. So, like, if you
Oh
think
shit.
about
Now
this,
this is real.
so, like,
Now this is real.
let's assume that you are a celebrity, all right? So, like,
Yes.
you don't like someone. Like, it is normal to not like someone. So,
I.
like, you will be caught in the lie detector. Like, do you ever want to happen that?
No. I don't. Of course, I don't want to happen this kind of, or I don't want to fall in this kind of situation. But I think there is some script, right? Because of course they don't gonna call out a celebrity and try to embarrass him or
Bro,
like try
but like
to
most of them
deteriorate his
gets
image.
embarrassed. Like,
It's somehow, but not on serious issues,
no,
not on some personal level
they are
issues.
not gonna ask like who do
Ask
you hate the
that kind
most?
of
Like
question.
they're not gonna, obviously not gonna ask, because like if they do ask this type of question, that no more celebrity is gonna come to them, right?
Exactly.
But they ask very cheesy stuffs. I think
That's the fun.
that's the fun, and
That's the
that's
fun part.
also very scary at the same time. Like you don't want your secrets to be out, and
Yeah,
you
sure.
there is it is like impossible. There's like 4% chance that you will be able to trick a lie detector. And when I
Of course.
and like people searched is so much times, like I don't know how many times people search that, like how to trick a lie detector, and even Google has an answer for that.
Okay, let me
So,
check. Let me check.
like Google says, a simple way to cheat the polygraph is to deliberately distort your physical readings when telling the truth, such as
Exactly.
by
That's what I'm
such
talking
as by
about.
biting
Like
your tongue or imagine an embarrassing incident in the past.
exactly. That's gonna trick. I I I just said that, right? I just said
Yes, you just
this
said
thing.
that like casually, like that is so
Yes.
easy. But like, don't you think that the celebrities, they also, I think they googled it,
They
like how
of
to
course
trick it,
googled it.
and they try to implement that. But I think I think it didn't work for them.
We don't know. We actually don't know what's truth and what's the
So
like
like, if you
what's
are
the lie.
asked to take a lie detector
This is
test,
completely a script.
would you ever do that?
I guess no. If you tell
Me
me right
neither.
now, of course I would say, but if I become a celebrity, like that type of celebrity, of course I wouldn't want to risk. But at the same time, of
Bro,
course,
like
I
now you are
would
gonna
do
do
some.
it. Like if I
I guess yes, I would.
if the lie detector thing is real, man, like
I
why
got you
don't
for
you
a moment
believe
there.
it? Like they think this thing is real, completely real.
there is such there are huge amount of references in
Like,
out there on the
not
internet. So this thing
you
must be real.
earlier you said this is a script. This is not a script. Like there is like thousands of videos of celebrities, like big celebrities. Like, do you know Jason Nash?
Jason
Like
Nash.
David Dobrik's friend,
Yeah, 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 yeah,
friend
yeah.
of David Dobrik. So
Yes, yes.
in his few of his videos, he lied to his friends.
Yes, yes, yes. Tried to lie detect.
So like that is not
Implemented lie detector.
obviously a script, right? Like that is real.
That is real, but I don't think they would do such or ask such type of question that would really embarrass them.
But they
There will be
asked
some
Jason.
kind of
Jason literally asked some questions to his friends.
I don't know. I don't. I have to watch those now that you have put that thing in my head. I have to do
Bro,
some
like
research about the. But this thing, if this lie detector thing is real, this is not for like some fun play or something.
even like I
This is
think FBI
is
also
used in
used this.
military or like
Yes,
intelligence agencies. This is used by them because for them this thing is pretty much dope. The information they can get can like save a nation or can save a country. So this
yes.
is not some child's play. This shit is real.
No, like
Okay,
there is some guy who can actually operate that thing, a beard man.
I saw just saw that. I saw that.
He can operate that thing, and like everyone, like Vanity Fair also called that guy and lie detected everyone.
I think he's the licensed holder to
Yes, I think that
have a
like
machine.
Kevin Hart literally cried.
Kevin Hart cries on everything. If you like throw just a pigeon at him, he will cry.
Bro, like imagine this. There is a moment like after 30 minutes, all your secrets will be out. Like
The
how that feeling is.
no, big no.
Like I just get goosebumps like after imagining this.
Yes, that's a pretty goosebumpy. I don't. I'm not sure that I would do that.
Whatever, bro. Like will not be a celebrity. Like that is not for
Uh,
us, obviously. Like there is like a small percentage of chance, like 0.1% chance that we'll be a celebrity one day. But in the near future, that is not gonna be happening.
yes, that's not gonna happen. Someone would chase us to detect some lie. That's
Yes,
not gonna
so
happen
that's not
in
gonna
very
happen.
soon. But
So like we're good for this time. So we're
yes,
good.
we are good for a
So
time being. Hope so. Someday will someone will come someday. Cause after being celebrity, not for some security issues chased by government agencies. Not that way. He's like,
No,
I hope
like
that someday this beard guy will come after me with a lie detector. Hope so.
there's
Fingers
like a
crossed.
very small percent of chance. Like we should not be worried about. We have lots of things to worry about right now. I think we had
Till
a very good talk about
yes, a
interesting
pretty
stuff.
long talk, I guess. I
Yes,
don't know. 40 minutes of talking, people are interested or not. But today's topic was pretty crunchy.
yes, it was very
I
fun
thought at first,
actually.
exactly, at first it was like started pretty, but then it kind of like upbeat. But the topic was pretty serious. The topic was pretty serious, and the statistics we presented here are pretty alarming. So people should know about this, and the US government should be concerned about this matter.
Yes,
So
and
as
we
of
should be
now,
concerned about lie detector.
yeah, we should be concerned about lie
Yes,
detector and what we are gonna have tomorrow morning, or like about the next very next thing we do. We're just giving so much time to this podcast, so people audience should give us or show us some appreciation, I would say.
yes,
So guys, please listen to these shows, show us some appreciation, review our podcast. There is our another channel, Not So Average Bengali, for
yes.
those
Link
who
will be
are
in the description.
exactly, link will be in the description for those who are in Bangladesh or talks in Bangla, understands Bangla.
All
For
right,
those,
guys.
so
So that
this
is it
is
for today's episode. I am Tasrif. That is Sadman.
exactly. So till next episode, everyone, goodbye, take care, stay home.
Yes. Bye bye.